It's interesting what can become of life and very quickly, too. And I hope that you are grateful for the sun, the light, miracles, beauty, truth, pleasure, children. I don't know. What else are you grateful for that money wouldn't buy? Because you're already paying for everything else. I thought it was funny. I honest to God thought it was so funny when I discovered that in emo. I thought it was a joke at first, and then I realized how funny it is that Imo State and in Enugu State, people have been forwarded invoices to pay the government carbon tax. The only thing I can do in this moment is laugh. That's the only thing I have in me as a form of expression is just to laugh. Yeah. I think I saw one gentleman on Twitter put out his or an ex put out his invoice, and he said, well, this is what was sent to me by the government, and they're asking me to pay 88,000 for as carbon tax. Yeah. So I guess the Nigerian government. Yeah, I think there's something in. I think there's an assumption that people are ignorant. One, two. Then there is also the notion that people don't know what they want, and so with a little bit of force, they would take whatever they are giving, and that's why a governor who promised Imo State youths jobs overseas. You remember that? Can fail at it and decide, well, yeah, I'll just tax you. I wouldn't give you electricity, but I would ask you to pay carbon tax as a third world nation whose carbon emissions on the global scale is practically negligible. Yeah. I don't even want to talk about it. It's funny, and I want you to know. How am I going to say this now? That's not in English. because I hope you know enough to I hope you know enough to object. I couldn't find another easier word. To object to that. You're a third world nation. Your emissions are negligible. And to ask you to pay carbon tax is just in itself laughable. It's really just laughable. But if you insist, well, I don't know what you are thinking. I would say if you think, well, that's about the best way to go about some order, then, yeah, why not? Today on the show. Last night, I got a press release from the NLC, and I think I should read it to you verbatim because it's necessary to see what they're saying in order to get Nigerians to react to what appears to be a new dawn, we can't quite call it a new Nigeria. Let's just call it a new dawn. I'm not even sure if you are awake to the reality, but behold, the sun's risen around here and fuel prices. So here's the thing. The prices are moving in between lines. Some are saying that the NLC is just about to, well, pardon me, Dangote is yet to give the actual price for what it would mean if you're going to be a consumer of his product. By the way, is anybody talking about the color of that petrol? If you didn't label it, someone would have thought it was water, or someone would think it's water. So you can imagine what you have been buying in comparison to what Dangote is showing you. So, okay. We'll leave that for now. Yeah, I'm going to share with you in a moment the NLC press release, and I want to hear your response to it. Remember that Joe Ajero recently was invited, and of course some allegations were made against him. That's a moving story. I'm hoping to have the NLC here next week on the sunny side because they have some explaining to do. But in the meantime, let's talk about what they have sent to me, where they stand, at least in the letter, and what Nigerians have to say moving forward. 1, 2, our next hour after that, we hope to go into language and interpretations. I'm a little excited about this one, and you would find out why in a moment. I did tell you last week that this week I was going to play you an audio. Now, the TED Talk is 18 minutes long. I'm going to attempt to give you the gist of the matter, but every moment in that 18 minutes is certainly worth the time on the clock. So I'm going to give you his name, and then you can Google and watch for yourself. But in the meantime, I want you to think about every rumor you heard during the pandemic. Every rumor, every out of this world type scenario that you were told. You remember videos of people who put a bulb to their arm and the bulb will come up, and people thought, well, that's a lie, that's crazy, it's not true. Good. So that's me off the jump telling you one thing that I saw. So I want you to think about every rumor you heard. I don't want to be the only one coming on this radio station and telling you, oh, this is what I know, this is what I know, this is what I know. By way of participation, you better also tell me what you know. I think when it's time for us to have that conversation, when I open up the telephone lines, the first few minutes I want to give to you telling me every rumor you thought you heard. And then I would play that TED Talk. TED Talk, the name is Ida Bachelet, and you would look for Ida, I think it's Ida or Ida. Hold on, let me quickly confirm that. I think it's Ida Bachelet. He's Israeli, an Israeli scientist. And, hold on. Yeah, there are too many things in my head. Pardon me when I don't get it accurate. Ido. His name is Ido Bachelet, Israeli scientist. TED Med 2013. TED Med 2013. Good. Yeah, and then you tell me what, because today on the show, I want you to tell me what you think you heard. Okay? Good. This is the official crowning of Joyce as, I don't know, I don't like titles, but maybe today you're going to probably call me something as crazy as, the craziest thing you can call me is crazy. Because I think I kind of bit the whole conspiracy theory thing. Oh, good. So you can, don't watch it yet because you have to be listening to radio. But that's the name, and that's the guy I want you to keep an eye on. And, yeah, you tell me, when I play the TED Talk, you tell me what you heard. In the meantime, let's talk about fuel prices and the position of the NLC. And today is noteworthy. And we begin our conversation on Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Welcome, the sunrise is here. My name's Joyce.
This is worthy of...
What's that station?
Oh, yeah, Campbell, come back. Here's one thing you need to know about yourself. So now here we did talk.
Yep, bullseye. That's the one. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side. The Sunny Side. Welcome. My name's Joyce.
We begin. Okay, so let me go to what was sent to me, and I'll read that in your hearing. It's really lengthy, though, but I'll attempt running through it. And where necessary, I think I'm going to skip some paragraphs just so that we can save time. And we begin. We are filled with a deep sense of betrayal as the federal government's clandestine increases... As the federal government clandestinely increased the pump price of PMS, one of the reasons for accepting $70,000 as the national minimum wage was the understanding that the pump price of PMS would not be increased, even as we know that $70,000 was not sufficient. We recall vividly the president gave us the devil's alternative to choose from, either $250,000 as minimum wage, subject to the rise of the pump price between 1,500 and 2,000, or 70,000 naira at old PMS price. According to the NLC, they say, and I quote, "We opted for the latter because we could not bring ourselves to accept further punishment on Nigerians." But here we are, barely 1 month after, and with government yet to commence payment of new national minimum wage, confronted by a reality we cannot explain. It's both traumatic and nightmarish. Yet, we were told the government that its approach to resolving the fuel subsidy contradictions was patently faulty and would not last. Its front row cheerleaders sneered at us, saying we did not understand basic economics. I think I can jump this one. Let's jump this one. Combined efforts, right wing, that's politics, let's leave that. Rather than make amends, government arrested and hounded into detention some of those who took part and some of those who had nothing to do with the protest, charging them with criminal conspiracy, subversion, treasonable felony, terrorism financing, cybercrime, and what else? Intent to overthrow the government. The police and other security agencies have since been on rampage, terrorizing citizenry in pursuance of the government's agenda of muzzling lawful dissent. Okay, what kind of jump, state security, jump. Now, chickens come home to roost, jump. On our part, we stand resolute with the people and will neither be distracted nor intimidated by the government on its security agencies or its security agencies. We insist the government cannot criminalize protests or basic rights in the domain of the citizenry. Accordingly, we demand the immediate 1. Reversal of latest increase in the pump price across the country, release of all those incarcerated or being prosecuted on the assumption of having participated in a recent protest, halt the indiscriminate arrest and detention of citizens on trumped-up charges, reversal of the 250% tariff hike in electricity, stop to the hijack of duties of the Ministry of Labor and Employment, end to policies that engender hunger and insecurity, and finally, halt to government's culture of terror, fear, and lying. Signed, Joe Ajero. Okay, so that's really the gist of this press release, and welcome to the show, 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Now, the NLC has spoken about what appears to be a situation people are yet to adapt to. I'm hearing that some Nigerian commuters are left stranded, just buses are off the road. I guess it's either the scarcity or even worse, scarcity and the cost of petrol that's affecting, I think, the last 2 days. People have found it difficult to move about town. We begin NLC's position. They're asking the government first and foremost to reverse the petrol price. I want to assume that the NLC, which also was something I raised yesterday, the reason the NLC accepted 70,000 naira minimum wage, according to them, was because the government said, if you insist on 250,000, we will increase the price. So if you take 70,000, we'll leave the price of petrol exactly where it's at. But time has come, life has happened, all the details are moving so quickly. It's not even clear whether people have started to receive. I hear a few people have started receiving 70,000, but on a broader scale, the implementation is not fully in effect. So let's talk about the possibility of another strike. Is it sensible? Should they be in pursuit of another strike in order to get the government to either 1, increase minimum wage to 250,000, which was their final stand, or adapt, accept your reality and move on? Let's talk on Nigeria Info. 0201-2770-993, 0201-465-7190, 08095975805. The latter number is our WhatsApp number. And we are looking at how it may become, or what may become, of Nigerian consumers. 1, the capacity to adapt. 2, the difficulty that may, at least according to assumptions, difficulty imposed on Nigerians as far as staying alive goes. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Thank you very much for calling Nigeria Info. What's your name?
This is Malik speaking.
Thank you, Malik.
Joyce, do you know I lie for NLC? Do you know why? Before you know now, it will all become normal thing. If you have an agreement with the president not to increase price and they increase price, you go on strike immediately. It's breach of contract.
Okay.
What are you saying you will not support it? Do you know part of the allegation given to him was to arrest him and to increase the pump price? So there will be no way NLC will go on strike. Choice. Just check the normal taxi we have online and check how much from Falomo to Woroshoki. 15,000 naira.
What?
Check it now. Choice. You know what? Check. Just book it right now and see.
Yeah. Okay.
And see now. Just book it right and see.
That's
Choice.
one way.
One way, not to and fro. One way. Choice. Where I am from, a local government called Yala, in that community right now, fuel is 1.6 per liter. Why in the other town is 1,100. how will people feed?
All right.
You see, how will people feed? You came with the mandate that you have, you know everything you want to do. Even in the campaign, you said you know where the money is. You're going to bring Nigerian money back to Nigerians. And your Minister of Finance said they will not borrow, they will look inward. And now, on the news now, you were like the third largest borrowing country. What there's on news now in the world. You kept on borrowing. You know. You've not even arrested those that stole part of the money that you are aware about. You haven't. You've increased your ministers to 50. You bought new jets. The CBN now want to buy a bulletproof vehicle for themselves. They keep buying and spending without thinking about the people. I will not blame them, Joyce. Elections coming up in Edo State now. The two major parties, one of them will win. We, Nigerians, will still go and vote for them and support them and still collect 1,025 for another 4 years in that
Okay,
state.
so here you say the NLC should get on a strike.
Joyce,
All right,
NLC
got it.
has been compromised, but nothing we can do again. Nigeria
Wait, you're
stand on
saying
your right.
two things. Oh, good Lord. You guys exhaust me when you leave me with nothing. Should NLC go back on strike, or should they accept this reality and everybody, I don't know, nurse your wounds and hopefully you survive this time next year? Welcome to the show's Nigeria Info. Welcome to the sunny side.
Hello, Joyce.
Thank you very much for calling.
Ogao.
Tell us your name and go ahead.
This market woman.
Good.
So these people ready to make life difficult for us. Joyce.
What do you
It's
think
too
about the
much.
position of the NLC? Let's talk about that real quick.
Is that NLC? I don't want to even hear about them because right from time they were demanding for that money, I did not support from day one. Because everything has already go up before they started demanding for that money. It's like people supposed to go on strike, not these people at all that are doing boza. I'm not in support of them because there are few among us. That is it. We supposed to fight for ourselves, not those people. Because when they go there now, it's money they will collect. It will see affect the common people on the streets. That is it, Joyce. Thank you.
This assumption that the NLC is compromised and that they take money, it's a little hard to truly stand behind that. I can understand a sentiment, but in the absence of proof, it kind of just makes the conversation somewhat watered down, because you already approach me with a preconceived notion, and it says that even your own judgment in itself may be flat on its arrival. I think I say that to say that until we have proof that they are probably compromised, it doesn't have a feature in the conversation, and so let's not feature it. All right? Thank you. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello, good afternoon, George.
Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah, if NLC can go strike, it's not too bad. But the best strike we are going to
What
do
would the
is
objective of the strike be?
For me, I don't need the strike for me, but I don't stop anybody whatever he wants to do.
Okay,
but
so
what I want Nigerians to do is that they have to, now this is time for protest. The protest is that Edo and Ondo, no APC will not get 5,000 votes. If they flood them from that place, then there will be a change of system. If they don't allow these two parties to lose Ondo and Edo State, then we're in trouble. We have to protest, use our voters' card to make a big protest to that very two states. You understand? After that,
All right.
follow. So if you do that, then the government has to stop.
All right.
Thank you.
Sure. The sunny side, welcome. How are you?
Hello?
Good to have you here. Thank you very much for calling. Turn off the volume of your radio set. You tell us your name and you go ahead.
I've done that. Just good
Afternoon to you. Thank you very much for calling.
And how was your night?
Well, good. Very good. Thank you.
Just someday I'm going to have a lunch with you. But don't worry, I'll tell you the date. Hope you don't mind.
I mind.
Okay, don't worry. Let's talk about it. Okay. All right then. Thank you for the show you're presenting.
My pleasure.
Yeah. During the Buhari time, I used to buy fuel 185 for 55 liters. That cost me about 9,805 naira. And I thought I was thinking that was the worst time to buy fuel. I thought the government of Buhari was the worst government so far. Not until May 1st, when Tinubu took over. Now, I think first of all it was around 300 or thereabout. That was the first initial after all the guidance. That fuel went off from what it was.
Why are you telling me this story in a manner as though you can't even believe what you're hearing today? Can you just move on to the current reality? Like,
Okay,
we're full aware where we're coming from, aren't we?
Yeah, you see, people have really come this far, and they really passed through a lot of stress, a lot of problems in the past, But now, the NLC are coming out to tell Nigerians that they bought a fake product, or they lied to them, and this is going to happen, but it didn't happen. Who's going to believe that?
Okay.
When they called for a protest, Nigerians were solidly behind them, and all of a sudden, they called off the strike. And when they had the opportunity of negotiating with the government, with the central government, federal government, they also had the opportunity of standing by their word. They said that they're not going.
Did you hear me read the letter they sent to me? They said the government gave them two difficult options to choose from.
Government has a way of telling you what they want you to do. So what happened was this?
We know what happened. Let's just talk about what happens from here. Should they have a strike? Should they go on a strike, or should they just accept this reality?
No. Protest is not even the problem. Protest or strike is not even the way out now.
Okay, so where are we?
The option now is for us to go back to dialogue with this government. Not like protest again. Nobody will want to go into that, because that would be another hardship on Nigerians again. I think the best option now is to go back and renegotiate with the federal government, and so that they can able to come to a term for what they should do if to find a way around it, because the way it is now, everybody is suffering it now.
Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate the sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to Nigeria. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Turn up the volume of your radio set. Hello, you're on the sunny side. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Thank you very much for calling.
I hope network won't fuck up today like yesterday. My name is Onyemuwa.
Okay.
My problem is simple. Yesterday, I struggled to call. Nigeria are calling us. We are being in filling stations since 5 a.m., 2 a.m. Even though they want to sell it to 1,000, let it be available. I was mad. I developed headache. I was mad. And I asked you a question before. Is it a must to buy this fuel? Can't we say we won't buy this fuel for 2 weeks? You say some people cannot do without it. Oh, God.
No, that's not me saying people should not make that choice, if that's a choice that can be made. So go ahead. The network is really...
They don't start again, Abby. Wait, don't cut me. Let me come outside. What about now?
Okay, good, I can hear you.
Okay. Before Gaddafi died, Libyan people, they don't work now. And at this all year, the government are giving money to live. And we have the same year. Where is the Lagos food? They say they want to give us Lagos food. Ojeko. Where are the Ojeko again? Nigeria, I am begging you. I can only beg. Anyway, let me conclude this way.
30 seconds.
Okay. The president can pay. I will reduce the purchasing power of the people. I increase the taxes. We laugh. Now, you see, have enough to buy fuel. Oh, yeah? Let the fuel be 3,000. By the time you buy, you now become poor. Then all of us will fight. Thank you.
Sure. The sunny side. We're off on a break. We'll be right back. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. The conversation returns in a moment.
Are you an independent female artist, a producer, a DJ, a songwriter who wants to take a career to the next level? Then her Sound 2.0 is for you. Enjoy comprehensive training and mentorship, access to support from a community of female music professionals, collaborative opportunities, 2 days free bootcamp, and more. To register for Her Sound 2.0, visit www.hersoundglobal.com to register for free. To complete your application, post a 30-second video on Instagram telling us why you want to be part of Her Sound 2024. And don't forget to use the hashtags. Hashtag Her Sound Peach. Her Sound 2024. It's time to hear her.
Her Sound 2024 is brought to you by Chechesuite Nation, empowered by Google, supported by Boomplay, Cloud Africa, Grunge Cake, Mavico Foods, media partners, Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info, Pulse NG, and Heap TV.
For more information, visit at Her Sound Global on Instagram.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is still your favorite dial, 99.3 Nigeria Info, and we are talking about Jakpa Seminar. If you are one of those people who is looking for a way out, yes, you've been looking to go study, you've been looking to go work abroad, you've been looking to go live abroad, and you want to avoid those unscrupulous travel agents, then this is your chance. Yes, the Premium Jakpa Seminar with Uzo Odudoba of Wazobia FM is here again. Gain valuable insights, travel loans, learn proven strategies, get insider tips, network with industry leaders, have one-on-one discussions with travel experts themselves, and take that crucial next step in going abroad, more so than you have before now. The date is Saturday, the 7th of September 2024. And it's going to be happening at 12 noon on that day, 12 noon prompt. Make sure you are not late. The venue is the Creative Box Hall, Adenino Ugusonya Shopping Mall in Surulere. The access fee, 10,000 naira per head. Now, for seat reservations and further inquiries, please contact us on 0802 383 1303. That is 0802 383 1303. Hurry and secure your spot because the seats are literally filling up like that. This event is powered by Strong Voice Media and proudly supported by Wazobia FM, Cool FM, and Nigeria Info. Please note that this is not a visa giving bonanza. We don't give visas over here. We're simply helping you facilitate that movement from here to the abroad. It is time for the summer camp. Upbeat Summer Camp is an unforgettable 8-week summer experience, an adventure where on-site excitement and skill development await. Our comprehensive program offers a diverse range of core activities, including gymnastics, the Chef Academy, football, basketball, and artificial intelligence, as well as robotics for your pleasure and on-site skill development. Yes, the children will learn a lot this summer. Every Friday, participants will also enjoy engaging in art and craft, virtual games, trampoline sessions, and outdoor activities. Upbeat Summer Camp is happening at the Upbeat Center at number 11 Admiralty Road, Lekki, Phase 1, Lagos. Now, weekly bookings will set you back 60,000 naira. Yes, 60k, 60 ba. And of course, the daily bookings will cost you 15,000 naira per head. Now, there's a 10% discount if you are a sibling. Yes, you come with your sibling and you get a 10% discount. Now, the date it's been on actually since July the 22nd, and it will carry on to September the 7th, 2024. For inquiries, sponsorships, and partnerships, contact the number 0908-878-8994. That is 0908-878-8994. Brought to you by Upbeat, the first trampoline and family entertainment center in all of West Africa.
For information,
current affairs, and more.
The president used his last Democracy Day address to talk about several issues, including security.
It is this same government that they started it. They don't obey conduct.
Join the conversation
right here.
Let's talk.
station again.
Oh yeah, Kemo, come back. Here's one thing you need to know about yourself. So now here we dey talk.
Yep. Bullseye. That's the one. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side. The Sunny Side. Welcome. My name's Joyce.
It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. You are listening to the news update this hour. Human rights activist Omoyele Sowore says the federal government always uses treason charges to suppress citizens from asking for good governance. He says that accusing people of wanting to unseat the government has been the tactic of forcing citizens from complaining about hardship and bad governance. Sowore said this on Nigeria Info's Hard Facts. Speaking further, the former presidential candidate said the constant increase in the price of things was frustrating to the common man. He added that Nigerians have the right to hire or fire any government that was not serving them right. Moving on, Justice Deinde Dikpeolu of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi has sent one Ikpaka Courage to 2 years in a correctional center for impersonating Chinedu Okoli, also known as Flavor. Mr. Ikpaka Courage duped a United States citizen, Evelt Thompson, of the sum of $53,000. Master Courage, a graduate of philosophy, was arraigned on a 2-count charge bordering on cybercrime and money laundering by the Lagos Directorate of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. He pleaded guilty to the charges when they were read to him. 56 persons suspected to be internet fraudsters and now with the operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in Ilorin, Kwara State. The arrests were carried out between Tuesday and Wednesday at different locations within the town. The EFCC's head, Media and Publicity, Dele Oyewole, in a statement said the arrest followed credible intelligence on the activities of fraudsters in Ilorin. Items recovered from them include 18 different brands of exotic cars, laptops, expensive smartphones, and charms. Oyewole said the suspects would be arraigned in court upon the conclusion of investigations. And the Philippines National Disaster Agency and police have said the death toll from floods and landslides caused by Typhoon Yagi has reached 16, with 21 reported missing. The disaster management disclosed that 15 people were injured and more than 1.7 million others affected by bad weather in 26 provinces. According to police, 9 of the fatalities died in flash floods and landslides in Rizal province, just east of Manila. According to forecasts, the typhoon is expected to move towards northern Vietnam and also bring rains over the north and northeast regions of Thailand. That's the news update. You are listening to The Sunny Side with Joyce on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Yvonne Ohaifo. Good afternoon to you, Lagos.
Quality talk.
Intelligent conversations.
Always interesting.
So engaging.
Sometimes even mind-boggling.
Nigeria Info. Ask everyone. Anyone.
Not many can serve you the way we do.
We go all the way. You guys are always keeping your voice down when you're benefiting from the government.
I think you back before that monkey swallowed billions of naira. This one now, Scorpion will soon swallow billions. Then my landlord gave me this notice because I decided to go and vote my opponent. Is it Nigeria the only country in this world that everything they do, they will do it upside down?
It's 99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk. This is worthy of note.
There are mysteries to the universe we were never meant to solve. But who we are and why we are here are not among them.
And so, we do not leave to chance our duty to think. For why else then are we free beings? For it is slaves who run into fantasies, flatteries, and fads as one goes into sickness.
What is your profession?
Run along and tell your Xerxes he faces free men here, not slaves.
Dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
And we're back. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Yeah, I'm picking up your pulse as to this development that's moving quicker than we can truly admit that we're capable of catching up. The sunny side, the NLC is saying that the federal government betrayed them. They had an agreement and they showed trust in the Nigerian government. At this point, you kind of understand the basis of this trust. They say 70,000 was agreed upon and accepted by the NLC because the Nigerian government says if you take 70,000, we will not increase pump price. But today, Nigerians have been complaining for weeks gone now, but we're hearing official, slightly unofficial reports that suggest that this price increment is coming. It has come, but now today we're expecting some kind of finality to what this price should be depending on different areas, but you know you're already there where you're paying more for pump price of petrol. The question now is, what should the NLC do? Hit the streets or, hey, maybe accept this reality? Remember, whatever the NLC would be doing as a survey, what they do pretty much would suggest what every other Nigerian would have to do. Not because they're necessarily leading the pack, but I think that when people who should speak are not speaking, it seems as though those who think that they should be spoken for think they have no words. After all, those who should speak for them are not. We're talking. Welcome to Worthy of Note on Nigeria Info. What happens from here on? How are you?
Joyce, good afternoon.
Thank you very much for calling. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Gabriel calling from Lekki.
Good.
Joyce, I want to say thank you so much. On behalf of Nigerians, thank you for the good work you are doing every day. May good Lord strengthen you in
Thank
Jesus'
you.
name.
Amen.
Yeah.
Thank
so,
you.
Joyce, please, I'll go straight to the point. I want to talk about the way forward.
Mm-hmm.
So now, I don't even want to hear like a market to myself. I don't support the labor strike. I don't support their strike. The only strike I support is Nigerians. You also understand? I support Nigerians. I support their strike. They want to strike, like we say, Uncle Jimmy used to say, God bless him. He always said, we must not hit the street. We should look for another way. And I just think about it. It's a good thing, Joyce. I have this idea, suggestion. And please, I want Nigeria to increase the volume of their radio because what I'm about to say right now. And please, let people pass this information to the likes of DJ Adeyonju, Mr. Showore. Please, Jesse, let's plan a strike that will not hit the streets. Ask me how. Let, like I said, the likes of Mr. DJ Adeyonju and Mr. Showore, let them give Nigerians 5 months or 6 months to load our houses in all the 36 states. Let everyone fill his house with food stuff that will take them maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, depending on how long the strike is going to take. Because the Jersey, the Labour Party, they are not going to do it for us. So I remember Oshomole, hate him or like him. When he go on strike back then, the streets will be empty, even fly. You will not see it on the street. He really gets with President Obasanjo there. Before you know, the president will retract.
All right.
So please, that is my suggestion that I'm suggesting to Nigerians.
Okay.
I know that people, there are some people they are on daily pay. So how are they going to survive? That's why I'm bringing this idea now. Let everybody buy food stuff in his house. Let them store food stuff in their
Thank you
house.
very much.
Let us go on this strike. Let us make it sit at home. Let there be no fly on the road. Let everywhere be empty.
Thank you. 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon, Mukube. Why?
Welcome. Tell us your name. You can go ahead.
Sister, Ikechukwu. Sister, thank you for your program, except that if you don't hear Saronkolo, but I'm cooling down. Presently now, from Ota Farm Junction to Songo, from 300 to 400, and the motor is scanty in Ota. Papa with the 6 free station that have been.
How much was it before? How much would you normally pay for that trip?
I normally pay 300 for Kada, but now 400 for people that have the money. But some people are using leg this morning, latest.
Okay.
Sister, on June 12 last year, we're supposed to enter strike because of announcement of subsidy. Me and they came to that station and say, let us allow him and see what he will do. Sister, if you open your dictionary, dictatorship means a ruler that doesn't care for their citizens and a ruler that enter through the back door. I support Labour to shut down Nigeria. Shout out to Olumiwa. I told you that nobody owns Nigeria oil. And nobody owns Nigeria. And we have right in United Nations Charter for secession, agitation, and the protest. They want to technically arrest Ajoelo, put them in dungeon and in concentration camp to instill fear to Ikechukwu and the Joyce and Olumiwa so that they will not pay this fuel 1,000 naira. And the Nigerians, they cannot talk. Okay. Nigerians, if we allow this one, if we allow this one, I'm crying, I'm shedding tears. But in conclusion, like Olumiwa, I blame Nigerian judges and INEC. Is it Nigerian judges that are thinking that they will help 10 people that they are arrested for protest? Is it not Nigerian judges who say Sylvester Omoren died naturally on the November 2021? Is it the day they are expecting? Nigeria, if we are not shut down this country, I decline.
99.3 Nigeria Info, you're on the sunny side. Welcome. Skype, I'm going to be with you in a moment. Hello, welcome to Nigeria Info. It's good to have you.
Good
Thank
afternoon.
you. Afternoon to you. Thank you very much for calling.
Good afternoon. Yes. My name is Emmanuel.
Welcome, Emmanuel.
I'm not going to vent anger or anything today. I just want us to reason. Not you, but I want me and Nigerians to reason something. How long are we going to remain foolish? Is it that the supporters of Tinubu are more worthier than the supporters of the past governments that have come and gone? Why are we not planning a way of shutting down this country? Since I've been listening to the radio, I think I'm the 5th person talking about shutting down the country. This is a way that the government will continue doing until we die.
Is that the next? Pardon me. Is that the most important thing right now? Do you think that's the best way forward?
Joyce, why? For me, I think it is the best way.
Okay.
Because now, see, if Nigerians can think, now this fuel is going to be in this country excessively now as it is. Because Dangote's production is not talking about exporting first. It's talking about delivering these things into Nigeria first. So what do? If you don't come out, this fuel will be excessive in the stations. Now they have fuel in the stations. If you don't come out and we all sit back at home, no driving around, no moving from one place to another, keep your generators, enjoy the heat, I bet you they will beg you to buy this fuel for 300, 350. I swear to God who made me. Because the one that Dangote has produced so far, there is no plan of exportation. Except if any ship that is in Nigeria now is ready to divert after delivering this one that they have in the ship in Nigeria now, is ready to pick up Dangote's delivery into other African countries. Fine. But for now, I bet you if we all sit back at home, it will be overflow.
All right.
It will be overflow for all fuel stations because there's nowhere to dump it. You see, you can't, remove the power of fear in you as a Nigerian. There is nothing worse than death that is as worse as what we're looking at. We're standing on that thin line between life and death. So even if you die, you have nothing to lose. If you live, you have nothing to lose. Now, let me tell you now, we are absorbing things in our heart that is heavier than who we are. Some Nigerians are now praying that, the war should Kukuma end. Let all of us go and rest. That is the power of foolishness and laziness in Nigeria. You are being threatened and being pushed to the war. Okay. Now you are accepting that it is better to die or the war should just end. Instead of you to stand and fight back, we are all foolish. Mumu Nigeria. If I catch enough, I
thought you said you were not going to fight today.
I will not vent. I will not vent. Let me just.
Thank you so much for calling. Skype caller, so good to have you on the sunny side.
Hi, Joyce.
Thank you
This
so
is
much.
Gina.
Welcome, Gina.
Man, that guy was so hilarious.
Welcome. Tell us your. Okay, yeah. Where are you calling from, Gina?
I'm calling from the US.
Good.
Joyce, I want to even ask you, how are you?
I am
Because I've
grateful.
been listening, and it's like you're one therapist, and everybody is calling to tell you their problems. You are just there soaking everything
The
in
Lord
as
is my
if you don't
shepherd.
have.
Yeah, as if I'm not buying fuel.
My dear, I want to
900.
join my voice with one of the callers that
Yeah.
called to just appreciate you and thank
Oh,
you for
thank you.
everything you do.
Thank you.
I was having a conversation with my brother, and I was asking him before May 2023, how much did you use to fill your tank? And he says 19K. And I asked him, how much are you paying now for your full tank? And he says 118K. That is wild on so many levels. That is so wild. I just imagine how people are living. It is people that have jobs that you think, okay, they are well-paying jobs. They are struggling. And then there are people who are earning 30,000 a month. Like, what can that money do? Like, it is mind-boggling. I can't even imagine it. Honestly speaking, I can't even imagine it. Now, like some callers have said, we should plan and not buy fuel. There are a lot of people that depend on that, like, daily income to meet their needs. So it's not gonna work. People need this fuel. No matter how much you talk about it, people need, and that's why people are queuing up. Even they still go there to queue because they need this fuel.
Okay, so
Honestly.
this leaves us with what now? Because that's really the conversation.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So, as
You're not
per
sure.
NLC,
Uh-huh.
honestly,
And maybe
between me and you,
Nigerians
Joyce,
are
we
at
already
large.
know how this is going to play out. Now, this is the first denial stage. Oh, they deceived us. They did not tell us. Then in the next couple of days, they'll say, oh, we want to go on strike. Before you know, they'll go on maybe 1 or 2 days strike. Next thing, they'll call it off and say, okay, we are back to the negotiation table, and that will be it. This is exactly how it's going to play out.
All right.
We've seen it many times. So as it is now, it's as if, well, as usual, we have to adapt to it and move on with our lives.
All right.
That's the sad reality. That's how I see it. Unless, of course, something happens. And the way things are going, that's something. It's like we're close to that something happening, because there's no joy on the streets. So there's no joy on the streets.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Joyce, thank you so much for the opportunity, and
Sure.
you have a lovely rest of your day.
And you too. Thank you. The sunny side, good afternoon to you. We're Nigeria Info. How are you?
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Thank you very much for calling.
You have Emmanuel on the line.
Sure. Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Joyce, don't tell mother of Jesus.
Hey. I don't want to scream.
All of us go to carry our problem come meet you now.
No. That's wrong. Don't do that. I'm going to lose my mind, and I'll lose it here.
So talking about the
What's your name?
You have Emmanuel on the line.
Okay. Good. Get to the point.
Talking about NLC vis-a-vis the fuel issue and how NLC was forced, to the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I suggested then, that, or I said that NLC seems not to have a political wing, that is analyzing the steps of the government. Because you enter that steps ahead of, because I that everything from what they were saying then, on the government side, was just politics. Now, if I'm Joe Aguero's brother, I will lock Joe Aguero inside the room and throw away the key, because Nigerians are not worth fighting for. There are things that should spark protest. For instance, when he was picked up, that he was for terrorism or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Those are things that should spring up protest. Because not because he might not be found wanting or whatever, but because I personally know that they was just trying to rattle him, to keep him quiet. But you find people, analysts, coming to TV station, radio station that, he should go there he should go and answer for whatever he's doing if he's not afraid or whatever. But we all know that all this is politics.
All right.
There are other things, that should throw Nigerians for the street. But the normal Nigeria in us, we are divided. We are not ready to. And a lot of these things that some of these organizations are fighting for, we are at the receiving end.
All right.
But our inaction are the reason, why some of the leaders of these organizations, just sit down more and feel like, if these people are not going to do anything, then because at the end of the day, okay, look at these guys who we picked up, charged and taken to court and remanded. If they are there now, they might be there for the next 3 or 4 years. So it's painful, but it seems that presently for the fuel issue, it's like we have no choice.
Okay. All right.
Personally, if we have 10,000 or 20,000 Emmanuel that is speaking to you today, Nigeria won't be like this. Robert, I'm just one Emmanuel. What will be the impact of whatever I would do? Which kind of fight will you do so that somebody will come and charge me for terrorism?
Thank
and other
you.
people will sit down and tell me that I should go and answer for my kids.
So your own issue here is if Nigerians came together as a collective to say to the government, we can't afford this, that would be better. So the issue here is Nigerians are not coming out together as one people with one voice. Okay. Noted. Thank you. Got it. Thank you.
We have 20% of Nigerians coming in agreement that this thing will have to stop. It will stop.
Thank you so much for
But
calling.
when it's just a dissenting voice, somewhere a dot in a circle like the way Buhari said it, how are we going to change it?
I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much. I have a WhatsApp message here. It says, have you ever wondered why we always wait for NLC to lead the charge before taking actions ourselves? We don't get to vote for Joe Ajero, the NLC president. So why do we rely on him to drive change? If the NLC calls for a strike, how many workers will actually join in? Unfortunately, Nigerians have become adept at complaining, but less effective at taking collective action. In my experience today, buying 10 liters of petrol for 1,200 at 12,000 naira per liter for my bike is very sad. The sunny side. Okay, this Nigeria Info. It's so good to have you join the conversation. Welcome. Sorry I lost you. Hopefully you'll make it back. I want to thank you all very much for your patience. And you're on. Thank you. Welcome. What's your name? Thank you. Go ahead.
Joyce, I would say that Nigerians are not just ready.
Okay.
Honest. We are not just ready for this. Why do you have to put all the efforts on NLC to fight for us? Why?
So let's assume, yeah, but in your view, this 70,250 conversation, where do you think we should go from there or from here?
These 70,000, they are not honoring the agreement.
Yeah, where the government has increased pump price.
What we should do is that we reject all this obnoxious policy that are slamming on us. We should reject it in complete totality, all of us.
Okay, all
we
right.
should reject it. It should not be at the doorstep of labor alone.
Okay.
Let everybody say, okay, even if we cannot sustain the strike for 2 or 3 1 week, maybe we choose 3 days, 3 days.
Okay.
So that at least we have a respite about 2 or 3 days to buy whatever we want to buy and trade. Then the next 3 or 4 days next week, we embark on it again. I think we have to decide a kind of modus operandi.
All right.
For us to get out of this wala. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much for calling. NLC is on the verge of proscription. Its president being hounded by the police, and curiously, protest is treasonable. This message goes: we have reached a cul-de-sac. The threat is imminent, and no way forward. NLC should be brave. Should be brave up and call for indefinite national strike. This is Babatunde Fasonya from Ota, Ogun State. Thank you very much. Welcome, Lagos, Nigeria. So Nigerians are pretty much maybe arriving at some stance, considering this new reality of buying petrol at maybe somewhere between 618 and 900 naira. Something you have complained about for too long, so long, and hoped the price would reduce in order for the cost of living to also make a better adjustment for your benefit. But if this would happen, remains to be seen.
Back to school. Yes, Mommy. I have everything I need. All that's missing is my favorite food to drink, Capri Sun.
What? No Capri Sun? We have to fix that right away.
Yay! And Mommy, Mommy, every carton of Capri Sun now comes with a wristband ruler for school.
A wristband ruler?
Get a wristband ruler in every carton of Capri Sun as you go back to school. Terms and conditions apply.
Capri Sun, the taste of fun.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
The sunny side. Good afternoon, Joyce. I'm not in support of the NLC going on strike this time. This is the time to look for an alternative and reschedule working days to reduce transport cost. There's always a way out if we can look within. This is Ahmed from Ikorodu. So Ahmed is suggesting the reduction of work from 5 days to, 2 days a week. All right, we're talking on Nigeria Info. Welcome. My name's Joyce. You're on the sunny side. Welcome. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Afternoon to you. Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah, I can say from Ikorodu.
Great. Go ahead.
The Lord is my shepherd, and there's no joy in the street, said my sister from US. He said, "La, your joy is everywhere." Okay. But I love your intro, Joy, that you can come outside and look at the sky and see the sun shining. It will make you happy. So thank you for that word, because it gives me strength. Joy.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is this. I love what you do say, that in absence of a good reason, so we manage what we have. But I am not among those people.
Okay.
In absence of a good reason, I need to find a good reason, because I learn from you every day. But if I begin to say that now, we say, no, you don't want to go there because you are generous. But the truth is this, Joyce. We are all on this mess. Let's face it once and for all. Those people that are saying that they don't want to involve, that people want to overthrow government, I think they will be the one that they're going to start this protest. Mark my word today. They are going to start this protest. We negated a pump of fuel for 140, and today we are begging government, let it make it available for 1,000 naira. Says who? Who does that?
Okay.
But where it is good, I love the kind of person you are. I love the way you pick your topic. But today, I'm telling you the truth. Those people that are calling names, calling monkeys, calling everything on your program, that these people they are going to start this protest, and we will be sitting like a puppy looking at them. And the simple truth.
Thank you very much for calling.
Because I don't know where we go to this place. You are telling me now that we're supposed to schedule a working day, this and that, and we started it by ourselves. We laid the foundation. Because if you say that somebody is not good for you, why can't you use your voter card and then make sure that you remove that person from the beginning?
All right.
And today everyone is flying up and down. And for me, I'm ready for anything, because see, we asked one question: what is greater than death? We asked that question last week, I think. Is there anything that's greater than death? What are we facing in Nigeria these days? Well, so it's okay, my sister. Good job.
Thank you very much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria Info. You are on the sunny side. We're 28 minutes past the hour 1, and NLC is torn between the devil and a hard place. They could be considering a strike because, according to them, the government has betrayed them. They accepted 70,000 minimum wage, which, in their opinion, is not even being implemented yet. And the government said, take 70,000, because if you accept 70,000, we will not increase pump price. Well, Nigerians have woken up to this day that has dawned on them, and whether the sun rises on their consciousness would not even be a choice. Yeah. Nigeria Info, so good to have you join the conversation. Turn off the volume of your radio set. You tell us your name so you can go ahead.
Good afternoon, Lady J.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Soboli calling from Ikorodu.
Sure.
It's a pity that the NLC president and his entire team, they don't know that the person they are dealing with is the Mario Mapuzo of our time. If they've watched The Godfather, they will understand what I really mean. I don't really have issues with NLC, but I feel when the average Nigerian has realized that it's time for him to break off these shackles, nobody will tell them to come out. Nobody is going to tell you, pick a venue, pick a day, pick a date. No. But when you know you've had it up to your neck, you won't wait for signal from anybody. You will go out on a one-man protest, on a two-man protest, on a three-man protest. You will even decide on your own that it is time for you to go out. Nobody would push you. Nobody would propel you. But you know you've had it up to your neck. So I feel an inclination towards the fact that you owe it as a duty to yourself. If politicians, the elites, the so-called people that are in government can deem it fit to form a unity, an alliance, to keep torturing the average Nigerian.
Mm-hmm.
And you are waiting for somebody to tell you what to do. When you know that when you pick food, you put it straight into your mouth. Nobody will tell you put it in your nostrils or put it in your anus. No, you know it is in your mouth. You should be able to separate the wheat from the chaff. NLC should not be a board, a stratum for you to always look out for, okay, this is the people. No, nobody should negotiate for you.
All right.
You yourself, you wear the shoe. You know where it pinches. You know the pain you're feeling. You yourself will start fending for yourself and start saying no to this negativity they've put you in. So I won't wait if the time comes.
All right.
When is the time? You choose to decide when the time is right for you. That's my own contribution.
Thank you so much for calling the sunny side. Welcome, Nigerians, to Nigeria Info. How are you?
Hello.
Thank you so much for calling.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, tell us your name so you can go ahead.
Jerry. You see, the issue of NLC.
What's your name?
My name is Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry. Go ahead.
This issue of NLC, let them leave NLC with their workers now. NLC is fighting for their own workers, not for the citizens. So I don't blame NLC. How far they go about their minimum wage and the issue of fuel.
Yeah, but psychologically, there's something you can take out of that, because they say that the government told them they were not going to increase pump price, and that was why they accepted 70,000 naira. Now they accuse the government of betraying them and insist that this must be reversed immediately. So that's something you can take to extend the psychology to your own reality.
If they want to fight for themselves, let them fight now. But the issue is that the citizen of Nigeria, it has not gotten to the point. I believe this fuel, even though when they sell the fuel for 2,000, we are not going to still come out to fight for ourselves. We will continue to suffer and be smiling.
All right.
That they will continue to suffer because okay. Yesterday I went out. All the two out Aja NNPC, they are not selling.
Wow.
All they sell is 930 or 930 or 970, and people are there buying it. So what are you saying? Let it continue. If they sell it for 2,000 naira, they will still buy it. Nobody will come. Nobody will come out. Nobody wants to die.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate the sunny side. So about an hour ago, I came by the news, which I think may be a good thing for the Nigerian economy. Or is it? Oando, a prominent oil and gas company, has reached a market capitalization of 1 trillion naira, placing it among an exclusive group of companies. According to Nairaland, they report this milestone follows a significant increase in its share price, which rose by 207.6% in August. Well, I guess we'll say congratulations to them. But then, they're only a small part of the nation that's groaning. Can the poor breathe with this now new price of petrol, which they are still struggling to accept as a reality? Welcome to the show, Nigeria Info. Make it back. Hello, good afternoon to you. Thank you very much for being here.
Hello.
Welcome to Nigeria Info. Thank you. You tell us your name and then you go ahead.
My name is Gordon.
Good.
Joyce, thank you for all you do. I wish I could get you that Ferrari. Hey, God bless you. Have you in mind. And Nigerians, you see the things that Joyce is doing. All of us can contribute and get out the Ferrari. Eh?
Good question.
Is it so much? Joyce, thank you. Thank you. God will bless you with all your heart.
I'll take you seriously when I see the Ferrari.
By the grace of God, you're saying.
Go ahead.
So, see, I hate talking about problems. I like talking about solutions.
Don't introduce us to what you don't like. Just tell us what you like. And then go ahead.
Yes, I'm coming there. So please, all this, I think we should combine the strike and the protest. We've seen very well that the only language this government understands is that protest. We saw how the movement, the strategy, the organization, when the protest was about to take off. Sure, we saw everything. So we know what moves the government, what makes them want to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So it's time to wake up, all of you. I just think that first one was just a yellow card in the football match.
Mm-hmm.
It's a yellow card, it's like a warning. and then the red card comes.
Do you think this protest is a good way to get the government's attention at this point, given all your options? Maybe if you have any options.
Obviously,
all right.
Last one.
Okay.
So I think we should be combining the strike and the protest to give it more effect.
Got it. Thank you so much for calling. I do appreciate it. Nigerians, welcome to Nigeria Info. I'm wondering what you're thinking of. I know you're thinking hard this time around. Welcome. Hopefully, we find a solution together. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Welcome to Nigeria Info. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Joyce, this is Pastor Ladipo.
Good.
Joyce, I think the best thing the NLC can do for now is to declare no work until government reverse.
Okay.
And they should insist on, you know why? Any attempt that they want to call for any assembly now, the government has also raised some foot soldiers who they will use to counter because of 1,005 or 2,000. They have them ready-made. You know there is nothing hunger cannot lead somebody to do. There are those who have dedicated themselves to be government, to be protecting on behalf of government. So that is where they make their own money. And this is the only way NLC can defeat them. They have the tools. Let them tell everybody, down to.
All right.
Stay in your houses. Let the bank shut down. They will make sure that they bring the government to their knees. They don't know who they're dealing with. I think Ajero should understand better, because when the president was the governor of Lagos State, he dealt seriously with the former Labour leader. We know what happened.
All right.
See, the reality is this, Joy. If we don't do that, if they don't do that, this fuel will get to 1,500 in Lagos. How much more outside Lagos? It is too much.
All right.
And they still have people who are still supporting this government.
Thank you so much for calling. I do appreciate. Well, I don't know. Are Nigerians really coming to, I don't know, are you agreeing or disagreeing? Can we hear people who may disagree with a protest? Like, I would really like to pick your brains, pick your opinion on the best way forward. This is a hard economic reality to come to terms with, say, many Nigerians. So what, in your view, is one way to move forward from here on? This is a message here from Chikaleki. Nigeria has descended into a gaping hole filled with all sorts of stuff. Politicians are having their field day feeding from it, and those who should lead by example are standing akimbo, so biased ethnically and inflicting pain on Nigerians. Okay, it's unthinkable how a few cabal are laughing away our foolishness and cowardice. Emmanuel says NLC supposed to commence strike immediately, shutting down both private and the public sector. This is Emmanuel. This one goes, Boyerson from Afro Media. I've always told you that we all have entered one chance under the APC government. You can now see things for yourself. Joyce, where do we go from here? As we've been bitten black and blue by those desperate and wicked politicians. By the way, where are those clapping when their president was shouting, subsidy is gone? They're there. This one says, it's only a fool that would wait for proof to confirm if NLC is compromised. Let NLC pack out. Citizens go fight for themselves. Okay. The NLC has tried. The people should come out and force this administration on her knees before they turn Nigeria to a failed state. Thank you very much for your message. I appreciate the Nigerian government is only acting out the script that they have pre-written. But the most painful part is the inability of the NLC to embark on a nationwide strike immediately to protest against the increase in pump price. Thank you, Olushola. The sunny side, make it back. We're Nigeria Info. We're talking. Thank you so much for being here. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, Jay. Good afternoon.
Tell us your name. Go ahead.
This is Blessed, first-time caller.
Good. First-time caller. Thank you very much for calling.
Please, the best thing is for Labour to shut down Nigeria. That's the best thing to do. Shut down everywhere, no movement.
Okay.
Bank everywhere. They win the election. After this man did not win the election, nobody voted for him. He said that
people voted him.
He don't win the election. Nobody voted for him.
Well, you can't say nobody voted for him. So there are people.
Vote for him, Joe. He don't win the election. He want to kill the whole Nigeria. He don't win the election. Nobody voted for him.
People voted for him.
How many people vote for him?
I don't know.
bribe judiciary, bribe policemen, bribe army, bribe soldier. They can't even put for the siege. Don't stop people. People just die up and down unnecessarily. What is going for Nigeria? What will go the same day? What is all this?
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it. Thank you. The Sunny Side, good afternoon to you. How are you? Quickly, so we can take as many commentary as possible. Hello, or commentaries. How are you doing? Turn up the volume of your radio set, please. Welcome to Nigeria Info.
My name is Indubisi, calling you from the Janiki area.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Auntie Joy, do you remember when Nigeria want to pick Senate president? They were calling of Ojo Sokalo. We from the southeast, all of us was complaining, saying, no, we don't want him. We don't want him. We don't want him. They say, who do we want? And he bring this out, we say we don't want. Because we know who is who. If my father that give birth to me will make my life miserable, I think that me, the son, I will destroy him. But I have my own life to live. My father have lived his own life. That is me from the southeast. My senior brother, he has money. He wants me to remain under him. I will say no. Show me the way to make my own money. I want to answer my own name. That's where I will come from. What is happening in Nigeria today, Auntie Joyce? Some people believe if their brother is in one position, even if they're suffering, it's okay by them.
Can we just talk about the way forward? Let's talk about, but this way forward. Let's really just stick to the conversation.
Auntie Joyce, wait. John Ajuero should just respect himself and sit down and leave Nigeria. He should just go into his house. I know God has blessed him. Let him go and rest and leave Nigeria. Let Nigeria carry their cross. When time reach, all of us will stand in one voice. For now, we are not standing in one voice. Yoruba will send my brother. Igbo go send my brother. Hausa go send our turn. It is turn by turn. We cannot protest now and get it right. If you protest now, Tinubu will get you arrested. He will charge you for treason, and nobody will come for you. Those people that are going to jail now, I don't know who might be like me. It's better for me to stay outside, receiving fresh air, than to be one place. That belong one place. Anybody that's coming to protest is ready to go to jail.
So you're saying Nigerians should just adapt to this. All right,
let us
thank
this
you.
cross for the next 8 years. Who survived? Survive. Who don't survive? Glory be to God. Thank you and enjoy. God bless you.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the Sunny Side. Welcome to Nigeria Info. Hello. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, guys.
Thank you very much for calling the Sunny Side.
My name is Robert.
Welcome, Rob. Go ahead.
Guys, the outcome of the meeting that Adero is claiming that the government betrayed them. I don't know if you have opportunity to read the outcome of that meeting. Was that the outcome of the agreement they reached? I don't know if they disclosed it to Nigerians because I check internet every day. I did not see that agreement. So I wish sure that this man is saying the truth now. So the thing is that I saw Adero hailing the president. Solidarity forever. He and the other man, Osipo, all their members, they were hailing Tinubu the other day. Were singing. You know, I was watching them and I was shocked because of 70,000 naira. You that said if it's not how much 200, you will not back up 70,000. You were singing, you were dancing, and the government increased price. And you say no, it's against the government as well. I mean, who do Adero think he can deceive? If he wants to short Nigeria, he should go ahead. But I'm not supporting him.
Right.
I have never believed on Adero one day. I always say it on this station.
All right. So Nigerians,
I will never believe on Adero. Is not a trouble somebody.
All right.
He speak from both sides of his mouth.
Okay.
You understand?
Nigerians, what are they left with? What do you think Nigerians are left with? Okay. As long as Nigerians still live in tribalism, this will continue simply. Both those defending the government milking Nigerians are trapped. Huh? Both those defending these government milking... Okay, I will just leave it at that. The Sunny Side, welcome to Nigeria Info.
Hello?
Thank you for calling.
Good afternoon, Lady J.
Afternoon to you. Thank you very much. You tell us your name, you go ahead. You know what we're talking about, right?
Of course I do. Emeka.
Welcome, Emeka. Thank you.
You see, when people call and start, berating Joajero or NLC, it irks me. The reason why it irks me is that you've always said it repeatedly on this platform that there are no heroes. Joe Ajero represents organized labor. He does not represent everyone in Nigeria. And you don't know the undercurrents. Ever since Joe Ajero and his team has been fighting this government, you don't know what they've been going through. is just coming to the open now. Charges of treason, subversion, terrorism, finance, and the rest of it. You don't know what they've been going through. Besides that, Jajo is fighting organized labor. Each and every one of us, we all belong to one vocation or the other. You're a lawyer, you have your union, you have your professional body. You're an accountant, you have your union, your professional body or association. You're a medical doctor, you have yours. How many of those organizations have come out to join NLC in fighting for what is affecting each and every one of us? But the people want to sit back in their home and let Ajero and his team go and die for them. It does not work that way. This current increase now, let us get something straight. The height of stupidity is to do the same thing over and over again but expect a different result. The idea of coming out for protest is, for me, is antediluvian, is outdated, is old-fashioned. Civil disobedience is allowed within a democratic setting. We could decide, people could decide to down tools. So whatever you're doing, down tools. You don't need to come out.
Is that the most sensible thing to do at this point?
Of course it is, because if people come out, hit the street, some people will fall casualty. As it is now, there are people who are still languishing in detention over the last protest. So downing tools, everybody's sitting down at home. But if possible, if you can boycott the field, boycott it. For those who cannot, go ahead. Down your tools, sit in your home, shut down the economy. That's okay. But if you keep calling Jajero is not going to die for you. You are affected by what is happening in the country. So take your own protest in your own way, insofar as it is allowed within the ambit of the law.
All right.
Do it in a civil way, peaceful way, without raising arms against the state. So let us stop this idea of NLC, Jajero. For me, it is the height of cowardice. Jajero is fighting organized labor. You stay up your own professional body, speak to your own professional body, take up the fight. This is a fight between them versus us. Thank you.
Thank you. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Chuk says, do you know one Nigerian state government told us a few days ago that he was sacked because he captured his face on viral video as I speak now? Who's that? What is that? I'm sorry, I'm not sure whom you're referring to. I'm not sure who you're referring to. You're saying there's a video for Nigeria state government told me a few days ago that he was sacked. Okay, I'm not too... Could you simplify this for me, please? Thank you. Welcome to the show. How are you? The sunny side.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Speak up for us.
Chris is my name.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much, George. I want to thank you very much.
Your line isn't so clear. I don't know.
Thank you. You know, hello, Joyce.
Okay, let's try. Go ahead. Go
yes,
ahead.
I thank you for input. You begged you that time.
Okay, I'm sorry. Your line isn't clear. I don't think... Just get to the point. That's what we can just pick the points off of this moment.
Good. There's something fishy. Nobody's talking. I always tell that we all are in for it. They say majority carry the votes. Like Emmanuel asked, how many of the supporters of this guy? How many are they in number? Majority carry the vote. What's your vote calls? People who are against this guy, they are more in number. Look at that. Did he win that election? No.
What should Ajero do now? Because he said the government...
For me, Ajero have tried. I warned him severally now, even before they beat him at Owerri. I warned him. Ajero, stay low, stay away. Let's do this fight ourselves.
But he's speaking for workers. He's the leader of the workers' union. So should his silence be taken as what? Is it permissible for him to be silent? I mean, he wants to speak for workers, right?
To listen.
Okay.
You don't want to understand, when President Jonathan was there,
I'm sorry. I really, your line isn't too clear, but I think we kind of get the gist of your contribution this afternoon. I'm going to say thank you. In the meantime, let's quickly share some information with you.
The best overseas education opportunity is here. Ronald and Partners Consult presents the International Education Fair 2024. The Saturday, the 14th of September 2024. The venue, Ibis Hotel, Tony Street, GRA, Ikeja, Lagos. And Saturday, the 21st of September 2024 at Askamaya Hotel, Lekki Ekpe Expressway, Nikota, Lagos, opposite Mega Chicken. The time 10 a.m. prompt. It will end at 5 p.m. The attendance is free. Come with your credentials. However, students will have the opportunity to meet directly with top universities from the UK, the USA, Canada, and the rest of Europe for on-the-spot admission assessments. Don't miss out this opportunity. Call 0802 601 2341 or 0816 504 0887 or visit the website at www.ronald-partners.net. That is www.ronald-partners.net. Ronald and Partners Consults are consultants in immigration and education services. Prepare, guys, for the Jackpot Summit happening this Saturday, the 7th of September, organized by Uzo Uduroba of Wazobia FM. Looking forward to it. Well, this is what you get to look forward to: gaining invaluable insights, earning travel loans, learning strategies that work as to how to, go abroad, get insider tips, network with industry leaders, one-on-one discussions with seasoned travel experts, and taking the practicable next step in moving abroad. If you are tired of, being in the snares of unscrupulous travel agents, if you are looking for a way out that is both legit and, of course, stress-free, then this is where you should be going to find out just what is and what is not. The date, Saturday the 7th of September 2024. The time, 12 noon. Please make sure that you are punctual. You have to be there on time. The venue is, of course, the Creative Box Hall at Deniran Ogunsonya Shopping Mall in Surulere, Lagos. The access fee, 10,000 naira per head. Now, for seat reservations and further inquiries, please contact us at the phone number 0802 383 1303. Hurry, secure your spot because the seats are filling up like that. This event is powered by Strong Voice Media and proudly supported by Wazobia FM, Cool FM, Nigeria Info, and of course, remember that we are not in the business of giving away visas. You will not get that at the Jackpot Summit. So make sure you remember that as you come along. The 7th of September, 2024, 12 noon prompt.
This is Worthy of Note.
We hold it to be worthy of note. I have a message here from Sadiq. He says the minimum wage in Saudi Arabia is about $1,064 in conversion. Meanwhile, PMS is being sold in Saudi Arabia for approximately 1,000 naira per liter. Given that Saudi minimum wage is 52 times higher than Nigeria's, it's shocking that the price of fuel is nearly the same in both countries. This disparity is disheartening, and we are accepting this from the politicians who are essentially looting the country. Moreover, Saudi Arabia invests $3 billion in advanced technology to monitor its crude oil, whereas our Nigerian government prefers to rely on Tom Polo and his men for monitoring. Since the creation of the NNPC, over $140 billion have been mismanaged. I can't help but weep for this country. Sadiq, thank you very much for your message, and I'm thinking I can squeeze in one conversation before commercial break. We'll hold it to be worthy of note. Hello, welcome to Nigeria Info.
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. You have a minute. Let's get to it.
Yeah, I'm Sunday. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Welcome, Sunday.
What I want to say is that not even now and not soon, Nigeria, the way we are going, is just getting worse. Not now, not soon. Because until when we are ready to fix our refinery, you see, the problem we are facing all around the economy is the refinery. This is our comparative advantage. If we don't, Joyce, I'm very sorry. Maybe our next move will be buying liters of fuel at the rate of 2,000 to 3,000.
Yeah, don't be sorry about that.
And it will be very disastrous for us.
Yeah. All right.
It will be very, very disastrous.
Thank you.
Until we fix this refinery, that is the only thing we need. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Abayomi is saying that since Monday, he's been saying that there's a lot of wahala ahead for Nigerians in the coming days. But I stand on the point until Nigeria boils to the point that nobody will deem it fit to call themselves politician. And that's if we are ready as a serious people to demand for the right demand for our rights and bring every leader to account. Off on a break. We'll be right back.
Are you an independent female artist, a producer, a DJ, a songwriter who wants to take a career to the next level? Then Her Sound 2.0 is for you. Enjoy comprehensive training and mentorship, access to support from a community of female music professionals, collaborative opportunities, 2 days free bootcamp, and more. To register 2.0, visit www.hersoundglobal.com to register for free. To complete your application, post a 30-second video on Instagram telling us why you want to be part of Her Sound 2024. And don't forget to use the hashtags. Hashtag Her Sound Peach. Her Sound 2024. It's time to hear her.
Her Sound 2024 is brought to you by Checherspeak Nation and powered by Google. Supported by Boomplay, Cloud Africa, Grunge Cake, Mavico Foods. Media partners Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info, Pulse NG, and Heap TV.
For more information, visit at Her Sound Global on Instagram.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is still time for you to play that game. Joyce will be giving away money, and on Game On later tonight, we will still be giving away money. It's almost like a gift that never stops giving. It keeps on giving. That is One Play. Please pick up your phone and dial star 347 star 880 star 3 hash, or you go to the website at www.oneplay.ng. Either way serves you just fine, because your chances of winning are pretty much the same whichever you choose to go down with. Now remember, you're not just playing for the daily winnings up to 150,000 naira large. You are also playing for the end of the week winnings, the weekend jackpot, 500,000 naira large. Yes, you can be part of that. If you play the game today, you have to play in the interim to win in the future. So make sure you remember that while doing the thing. Now remember, like I said before, your chances of winning are pretty much the same, whether you use the website or you go by way of USSD. You have to be above the age of 18. You also have to know that you should be playing responsibly. I mean, you're an adult. You shouldn't be knowing that. It is one play for a reason. It is a game. You are not supposed to tear a hamstring playing a game. Make sure you remember that while playing. And also remember, very importantly, that One Play is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission. So, we are legit. Take that to the bank.
Thank you. Remember, before the sun sets, I'm going to hopefully give 20,000 to someone and let it be you. Otherwise, better luck next time. But try. That's the only way you get to win. So if you're wondering, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has said yesterday, Nigerians experienced what would appear to be increment in pump price. That's if you went out to buy fuel. So I guess the figure you were initially familiar with would be 568 naira from the NNPC. Good. And yesterday was reported it moved up to 855 naira a liter, and then increased again to 897 naira a liter, meaning you're pretty much kissing 900 a liter on the lip at this point. We're not sure whether any more adjustments or readjustments would happen between today, tomorrow, maybe this week, but Nigerians should become ready for what appears to be this new development. I have a minute to give to someone before the top of the hour. Hopefully this... Okay, I lost you. Make it back. The sunny side, Nigeria Info, how are you?
Joyce, good afternoon.
Thank you. You have 1 minute. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Yeah, you have Mr. Mba online.
Great.
Yeah.
Way
Joyce,
forward.
People now are beginning to complain.
Oh, 9:50.
You understand?
Go ahead.
I don't want to complain. Mr. Mba hates complaining. You see, since 1960 till now, we know the section of the tribe who are ruling Nigeria, either from north or from the west. So they should not come to complain. Let them be ruling themselves. Let them see bringing people. Another election is coming, go and queue and vote them. The people who are eating the benefits, them and their children, them, they are cabas, they are still eating. You, that common person that go there, stand in the sun, and go and vote them.
So you're not speaking to the matter. You're not telling us how to move forward. But I want to say thank you. I'm actually due for a break. I have to go.
No. The issue now have overpowered them.
Over
And another election, I'm telling them, another election is coming. Trumbi is the best. Still vote him. Or whether snatch it, grab it, he's still coming back.
All right.
8 years is satisfied.
Thank you very much for calling. I appreciate it. Someone sent me a message right now saying he bought fuel yesterday at 9:50 at Moe area of Lagos State. It's 2 p.m. on the clock. We're 99.3. This is Nigeria Info. When we return, some language and interpretation. We go into the world of science. Is it science or magic? We'll find out.
It's 2 o'clock. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.